Good morning or good afternoon whenever you're watching this. It is 5:30 here. So I just finished doing my devotions, and today's topic was all about how love is patient and love is kind. And I was actually thinking about this last night because I am somebody who I'm very passionate, which is a great quality, but I'm also very quick to, I guess, get heated or annoyed or irritated or whatever because I am such an emotional person. I've always been like this. But when you throw a kid and a husband into the mix, that sometimes can annoy the crap out of you. I mean, just real talk, right? I don't think anyone on here that's married or has kids, or even if you're not married, like maybe you're a college student on here, because I know I have a lot of those in the group also. Just think of whoever your closest relationship is. Maybe it's your sister or your mom or a best friend. Like, no matter how much you love the person, sometimes they irritate you. But I wanted to speak specifically to kids on this one because, again, that's something that I've really been focusing on. So, love is patient. How many times do we speak to our kids in a way that if our husband spoke to us like that, we would lose our crap? I'm just thinking of one example when it comes to my daughter. My daughter, and I guess all kids are like this, but she mimics everything. So, sometimes, well, not sometimes, we are just a very sarcastic couple, my husband and I. And if you know us in real life off of Facebook, or even if you've been following us for a while on Facebook, you know that. Like, we're very sarcastic. So, sometimes we'll say things like, oh, you're so dumb, stop being stupid. And we don't actually mean it. Like, we don't mean that the other person is stupid. But then when our kid turns around and says it to us, we get mad. And we have no right to get mad because we're the ones teaching her what to say. So all that to say, now, we do let her be a lot more sarcastic than most parents do because we are very sarcastic. But, a little bit of a rabbit trail there. But the main thing that hit home with this is just being patient with her. I know my times of having being able to be irritated easily are when I'm in the middle of work. And that's why I get up so early and I get so much stuff done before she gets up, because she doesn't deserve that. I work from home so I can be with her and spend time with her. I don't work from home so I can sit and work all day while she sits in front of the TV or she plays in her room by herself. I'm just gonna throw some realness out to you. So I do get up early and get things done. Now, on days that I wake up late, I make sure that I am extra cautious with the words that I use, and we still have ample time for fun, even if I do a little less work that day, or we go on a different route with school for the day and we do something more fun during school time. So that's one of the areas that I notice myself getting more irritable in. And I think as parents, we all have our times. So let me know in the comments, like, when is the time that you're irritable? Another one for me is during the window of, I try not to eat for a certain amount of time in the morning. And that's when I drink, like, I have a green juice that I drink. I have a Focus coffee that I drink. And it's all stuff that's healthy. But towards the end of that window, before it's time to eat my first meal, I can get hangry. And so during that time, I am just more mindful of my words. Because again, if I'm snapping at her, and I have to think, if my husband did this to me, how would I feel? How are we making our kids feel? Because they are, yes, they're little, but they're little humans. They're not things that we get to control. They're literally human beings. They're just smaller than us. And I think as parents, I've seen this firsthand with a lot of parents. We treat them like they're objects. And because we're bigger, we can make them do what we want. Which, I mean, technically you can, but one day they're not going to be little anymore, and they're going to remember that. Or even worse, they're going to turn around and have that same cycle with their own kids. The way you treat your kid, if you saw your adult child treating your grandkid like that, how would it make you feel? Because if it makes you feel bad, you probably should change your habits now before your kids are adults and they repeat your cycle. And then the last one, like, again, those are my two of my main ones, and then I have a third main one. So 3 times during the day, or just 3 times in general, that I am mindful of my words. It's during our bedtime routine, and I am guilty of this even last night. I typically get up around 3 or 4. That's what I like to do. It doesn't always happen, but it is what I like to do. So when we do our bedtime routine at 8, we wash our face together. I read her a story. She goes to bed. I'm very tired by that point. I don't really like doing our bedtime routine, but she does. And it's something that fills her love tank, so it's important, and I make it a habit to do. But she's also tired by that time, and when she gets tired, she gets slap happy. She gets very silly, and it irritates me because I'm just ready to get things done and go to bed. She's ready to like wrestle and tickle. I'm like, no. So I have to be mindful of my words. And again, last night I did this. She was singing or doing something in the bathroom. She's supposed to be brushing her teeth. And I walked in there and they weren't brushed. And I went off on her. I was like, Lori, seriously? Like, brush your dang teeth or I'm not doing this with you. And I just remember thinking almost instantly, I was like, if my husband came in and was like, do this or I'm just not spending time with you, I literally like, screw you, go spend time by yourself. My kid can't say that to me because she's 6. But she probably felt a little bit, or she felt like mom only wants to spend time with me if I'm doing exactly what she wants. I don't ever want her to feel like that. And I know as parents, none of us do. And I get none of us are perfect. But I want her to grow up. And when she's an adult, I want her to look back and think, mom was patient. I want her to think, mom spent a lot of time with me. I want her to remember all the fun things that we did. And we make every day fun. Like, even, again, dumb stuff like a bedtime routine. We make fun, and we do have fun, and we, tell silly stories at night, and we sing little songs together. But that's not easy for me because I'm very much check it off my list, let's get it done. So if you're like me and you're a type A personality, that may come a little harder for you, and that's fine. We can all work on it. But ask yourself, like, when your kid grows up, do you want them to think back and you were the mean mom? And I'm not saying strict. I think it's good to be strict and to have rules in your house. But you were the mean mom that you let your words flow whenever they came? Or were you the mom that bit your tongue and loved your kid even when it was hard? So a little bit longer one today, but it definitely hit home with me because it's something that I actively work on. So if it helped, awesome. Let me know in the comments. And if you have any other ideas or suggestions, also let me know because I'm always looking to learn from other people as well. I guess.